No Mikey A today. He is out getting a Christmas tree. Israel Gutierrez is, I don't know what he's doing. It doesn't matter. I told Izzy just to take the day. It's just me and Taylor today. And Taylor said to me moments before we turned on the microphones here on Stugotz and Company, presented by FanDuel. He told me moments before we started recording. And he's the first one to say it. And Lord knows there's going to be a million people, other people, who say it today. But Taylor knows he has learned from the greatest. He knows to get it out there and get it out there first, okay? Which is why he got me up so early after Thanksgiving to do this, because he wanted to pronounce the Chiefs are done.
It is over for Kansas City, I think.
Really?
Yesterday was such a win for AFC contenders because all season we've had to hear about the Chiefs are coming. The Ravens could bounce back. The Bills.
Right.
Yesterday, I think, was the final nail in the Chiefs' coffin where nobody's really afraid of playing the Chiefs anymore, I don't think.
They've lost some of that mystique, is what you're saying?
Yeah, especially on the road. Like, if you have to go to Arrowhead in the playoffs, okay, that's a different scenario.
Right.
Now home field advantage is completely out of the window for Kansas City. Going into the playoffs, they're going to have to play near perfect football just to make it into the playoffs.
Well, Mahomes said after the game that they cannot afford to lose another game this season. He's probably right. They've lost the teams they're chasing. They have lost the head-to-head to. That is one of the problems and the difficulties for the Kansas City Chiefs. But they're still sitting here. And I appreciate you being the first to the microphone to say, hey, the Chiefs are done. I said it 2.5 years ago, and no one listened to me. They won 2 Super Bowls since. But the Chiefs have a 38% chance of making it to the playoffs. 38% chance. I mean, not bad. Just slightly less than a coin toss. I mean,
I'm not even sure that 38% chance is taking into account who they're playing. I'm pretty sure that 38% chance is just the Patrick Mahomes factor.
Who are they playing?
They play the Texans next.
Oh, wow. And the Texans, as we know, are just sitting there. I mean,
but yeah, yesterday was everybody's been afraid of the Kansas City Chiefs for the past 5-10 years, however long this run has been.
Yeah.
And this season, they've kind of been like the boogeyman for a lot of teams, the Patriots, the Colts, the Broncos. And then yesterday, when you're watching them play the Cowboys, it's like flicking the light on and realizing the boogeyman's like 5'1", and you're like, oh wait, I'm not afraid of this guy. I'm taller than him.
Right, but we're gonna do this thing again where we focus on the team that lost the game and not focus on the team that won the game. And the team that won the game was the Dallas Cowboys. And the Cowboys have, listen, I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but they're a team that nobody, and I mean nobody, would want to face if they did indeed make the playoffs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, their playoff probability right now is at 19%.
Yeah.
So they still have a lot of work to do.
Right.
But the way that George Pickens is playing right now,
unbelievable.
He's turned into one of the best receivers in the NFL within the past 2 months.
He's a top 5 receiver in the NFL this year. There's no question about it. Here's the bigger question about George Pickens of the Cowboys, and I love this team. I do. I love what they've done. I like the coach, Brian Schottenheimer. As you said last week, I can get behind the Cowboys. I mean, you didn't say it exactly like that, but I think you said you can get behind the Cowboys. They're an adorable team. I love them. America's team. They're fantastic. But this is going to be the interesting thing about the Dallas Cowboys headed into the offseason whenever that day arrives. Do they re-sign Pickens to a big deal because they already gave CeeDee Lamb a ton of money at the wide receiver spot? You're going to have to pay George Pickens a ton of money if you want to keep him. He's going to be a free agent after the season. And I'm not certain the Cowboys can afford to do that, only because I'm considering that they probably need more things, guys, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, guys on defense in general, that I cannot see them signing Pickens in the offseason, only because Pickens is going to cost them a lot of money, you know?
Yeah, so I believe I read the most likely thing that could happen is Pickens gets the franchise tag and it buys them another year to figure out what to do with his contract. But
right.
to me, people always say the cap this, the cap that is a problem with the NFL. It feels like a made up thing. And good GMs find ways around it all the time. They're
circumvent the cap.
Yeah, they're circumventing. I don't even know what circumventing the cap means, but they're restructuring deals.
Yes. What does it mean? I mean, you're claiming the Patriots used to do this all the time, right? With Brady's contract and right.
Good teams find money. I don't know how, but good teams find money.
But you can only play under a certain salary cap. So you have to circumvent the cap. That's what I was trying to say. And you tried to make it seem like I was saying something completely ridiculous. Circumvent is the right word, I think.
No, I'm saying circumvent is the right word.
Yeah.
But if you told me to define what circumvent the cap means, I don't know. It's just something you say around NFL salary caps.
You just work around the salary cap with little, put it on the poll. Do you know what circumventing the cap means?
But if you're Dallas,
yeah,
George Pickens now has 7 straight games with over 70 receiving yards.
Right.
The second half in that game, this stat comes from OptaStats. The Chiefs committed 5 pass interference penalties in the second half, the most pass interference penalties by an NFL team in a second half of a game in the last 35 seasons.
Wow.
You cannot let George Pickens leave your building right now.
I know, but you have CD Lamb unless you circumvent the cap. I mean, you're right. That's why I'm bringing it up. It's going to be a tricky decision for the Cowboys. Maybe they will franchise him, but the Cowboys have so many other needs that I'm not certain they can pay that kind of money to George Pickens. Like they have CD Lamb, The
best part in that game is they were like, George Pickens is really good on slant routes. Steve Spagnuolo, who is a great defensive mind, is calling defenses with it in mind, like, hey, we have to stop this slant route. Let's go cover 2 man. Let's shade them inside. Let's force everything outside. George Pickens was like, hey, you guys can know a slant route's coming. I'm still running this slant route, and I'm still getting open.
Yeah, try to stop it. Yeah, I'm George fucking Pickens. Do you know who I am? I was the guy the Steelers didn't want. They traded away for a 3rd-round pick. Mike Tomlin didn't want me. Do you know who the fuck I am? You want to try to stop the slant? I'm running a slant. I'm going to catch it, and then I'm going to turn it up the field and run 30 additional yards because I'm George bleeping Pickens. The fuck is going on this season, man? It's crazy. And meanwhile, Joe Burrow comes back, and suddenly the Bengals' defense is better. I mean,
he did somehow make the defense better.
He makes everyone better.
You're listening to that game, and wasn't Collinsworth. It was Jason Garrett and Tirico.
Yeah, it was weird. Collinsworth took Thanksgiving off, and he'll do Sunday night's game. Tirico was there, but he was there with Jason Garrett. It was odd. Jason
Garrett was probably so excited to get that call. Like, hey, Collinsworth's taking the night off. Do you want a chance? Be the number 1 guy in the booth?
He took it. He did. But what is Collinsworth doing? Why is he afforded Thanksgiving off? That's great. What a great deal by Collinsworth. Hey, I ain't doing Thursday night. Get the fuck. That's family time, man. It's turkey time. Nope. I'm
assuming he's going to be on the regular Sunday night broadcast, so he probably didn't want to double dip.
Probably not, but he's a former Cincinnati Bengal, and Joe Burrow's coming back to town. Like I would think, I would just think that he would want a piece of that game. But Joe Burrow is back. The Bengals are now 4-7. They still play the Ravens again. I think they play the next 2 weeks. This is pretty incredible. Do you have their schedule in front of you?
I'll pull it up.
He beat Lamar Jackson last night, and next week. Next week Bills. He goes to, he has to play at Buffalo. So he has a chance coming off an injury in which people were saying, hey, maybe he's coming back too soon. He beats Lamar Jackson last night and has a chance now in 3 consecutive weeks to beat Lamar Jackson twice and beat Josh Allen on the road because they play Buffalo next week. And I'm fully convinced Burrow's going to get it done. How about that? I mean...
You're watching
Today would be a good day, Taylor, to announce, as I'm teaching you sports radio, you have the Chiefs being done. Today would be a better day to announce the Bengals are making it to the Super Bowl.
Wow. Plus 7,500 on FanDuel.
Oh, on FanDuel right now?
A little sprinkle.
Yes, a big sprinkle for me. A big sprinkle. By the way, Golick was supposed to join us. He just texted me, so he is going to join us coming up later in the show. Christopher Mad Dog Russo is going to join us in a couple of minutes. So we got some people working here on a Friday, unlike Chris Collinsworth. That was me. Yeah.
Joe Burrow, when that game started, they were like, the plate in his shoe is so uncomfortable that he's taking it off and changing into sneakers on the sideline. And you're watching that and being like, man, there's just no way Cincinnati could pull this off if Burrow is that uncomfortable in these shoes.
Yeah.
And then the Ravens just kept gifting them.
Yeah.
Fumble after fumble after fumble. Lamar Jackson's now gone 3 straight weeks without a passing touchdown. People keep wanting to say, like, hey, the Ravens like might be able to turn a switch. It doesn't look like there's a switch for Baltimore to turn on.
No, but of the teams that lost, the Ravens have the best chance of getting to the playoffs simply because that division was bad, right? Like I could see Kansas City not getting there. I could see, the Detroit Lions possibly not getting to the playoffs. But it's hard to see the Ravens not making it considering where they're at. Actually, I take it back. Joe Burrow's back. And I just announced that they were going to win the Super Bowl. And I was on the verge of telling you that the Ravens can still make the playoffs and probably will make the playoffs. But two teams aren't making it to the playoffs from that division. And I've already chosen one. I sprinkled $150 on the Cincinnati Bengals to make it at plus $7,500 to make it to the Super Bowl in San Francisco. Yeah,
$150 to win $11,250.
That's how much I believe in the guy. And so I had to pull up short on saying the Ravens were going to make the playoffs. But you understand what it is I'm saying. Because of that division, and the Ravens are just a game back, I think most people would tell you today, Baltimore is going to make it to the playoffs. They're still going to win that division. They're not going to give up on the Ravens, is what I'm saying.
But if you are looking at it from a perspective of a path for Cincinnati to make the playoffs,
yeah,
it's the fact that they do have a good amount of division games left. They're 4-8. If the Steelers lose this week, they're just 2 games back behind both those teams. Like,
right.
Crazier things could happen.
Yeah, so they play Buffalo, then they play Baltimore, and I think they play the Dolphins down here. If they get past that second Baltimore game, it is smooth sailing for Joe Burrow. Meaning, if he beats Buffalo next week in Buffalo, when he can, he's Joe fucking Burrow, and they beat Baltimore again the following week, that gets the record to 6-7. Then they come down here to Miami, and I think the schedule is really easy from that point on. So I think it's like Dolphins and some real. Do you have the Bengals schedule in front of you? Let's just do this real quick before Christopher Mad Dog Russo joins us, because I need to feel better about the sprinkle I just put on the Bengals at plus 7,500 to make it to the Super Bowl.
They're on the road against the Bills. They're at home against the Ravens.
Okay, so stop right there. They win those 2 games, they're going to be 6-7. So now pick it up from right there, because I believe the next game's at Miami, right?
At Miami.
Okay.
Home against the Cardinals.
Yep.
And then the Browns. Home against the Browns.
I'm more Shador than I've ever been. 300 on the Bengals to make it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. 300. What is that? How much do I win if that happens?
If you bet $300?
Yeah.
$300. Oh, wait. $300, yes.
Yeah.
To win $22,500.
Yeah, I'm making it 5 now. Did you say the Dolphins and the Browns are both part of it? And who was the third game?
The Cardinals.
$500 on the Bengals to make it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. Christopher Mad Dog Russo next. Stugotz here. It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. Listen, support the people that support this show, and no one has supported us more than our friends at FanDuel. So even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join, because FanDuel has given new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. That's $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Must be 21 and older and present in select states, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY New York.
He is the host of Mad Dog Unleashed 3 to 6. He is working on a Friday after Thanksgiving today. I'll be on his show at 5 o'clock later today. He said he's going to keep me around for 45 minutes. We can't do that on a Friday, Dougie.
You better have about 15 minutes per your pick, per game, 15 minutes. I want analyzation, injuries, scheme, everything out of you today at 5 o'clock.
You really want me to stretch it out, huh? Is that it?
I'll ask you one Grateful Dead question at 5:02, and you can throw it back to me at 5:42. How's that sound?
Perfect. I love it. Done. Anything for you, dog. I got you. Okay? How was your Thanksgiving, sir?
Thanksgiving was good. First off, I had Dallas on a parlay, which was a good pick.
Wow.
And they won the game. But yes. The Thanksgiving was good. Wasn't that many people, so I didn't have to sit there and bounce around with the Lavelles from 2 o'clock to 7:30, 7:45, which is a huge advantage.
Yes.
We only had two of ours there. And Timmy's excited because Northern Arizona won two big games this week for them.
Nice. Yes.
So he's in a good mood, Monday and Wednesday in Flagstaff. So it was actually a halfway decent day. And you know me, I can't stand the holidays. Christmas is a disaster. Christmas is, and it's my house this year, 35 people. Oh, get them in and get them out. What I'll do all day on Christmas is make sure I take the garbage cans out and recycle so they won't see me because I'll be into the garage, into the kitchen for the whole day. So I don't got to talk to anybody, which is the big thing going on.
Wait, what do you mean you're going to do the recycling? It doesn't take
because we all drink waters and beers and everything, so the recycle bin gets taken care of quickly. So I'll run to the garage every 5 minutes. I do that for 6 hours, and I won't have to talk to anybody. And then I'll usher the people the hell out of here at 8:30 at night, which is.
Here we are, the Friday after Thanksgiving, and you're already strategizing how to get people the hell out of your house on Christmas Eve.
On Christmas, and I want the hell out of there. My old lady included, my mother. Ma, 3:30, it's time to go home. Forget Christmas dinner. We'll put a little doggy bag.
3:30.
We'll put in a little doggy bag. Yeah, Christmas is a hard day. Christmas. I'm actually thinking if I figure out a way to work on Christmas Day, I'll do a special 6-hour show. I'll get 2 comp days, but I couldn't quite figure it out. Maybe I will, though, down the road. And I want to go into the city for that. I don't want to do it in the 3rd floor. I want to go commute into the city to do Christmas. Honey, I can't. I got to work today. It's a big day. Dallas is playing Washington. Yes. I got to work. I can't. I have something I can do.
Right. And what a day for a commute. I mean, it's easy. As easy as could be.
I mean, I'll take the train, honey. You could drive. I'll hitchhike to Darien train station so you don't have to. You can prepare your Christmas, and I don't have to be around. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Oh, I love you. So you want mom out at 3:30. What time does mom arrive?
3:30. I got a break.
What time does she arrive, though? I mean,
2:45. Buy here a couple of gift certificates from your hair salon. Adios.
Oh my God.
That's what I got.
I'm joking.
And Molly had a bad cold yesterday, so Mom wasn't able to go down to Greenwich for Thanksgiving, which is, you say, what? Well, that's a no, it's not.
Right.
Because I could save myself 15, 18 minutes on the other end. I get home to the Cincinnati Baltimore game. I don't have to usher Molly into her apartment. I'm in great shape. It actually was a decent day. If I could have had my missus sick, and then I would have had a great day. No.
Why are you wishing illness?
Anyway, I'm going to get killed for saying this, but there you go. Speaking of which, my daughter put on Instagram me watching the Detroit Green Bay game yesterday.
My wife was cracking up. Yes.
50,000 views. I couldn't get over it for crying out loud.
Listen, I will speak on behalf of me and Taylor. I would pay good money to watch you watch football. I would. To watch you watch sports. I would.
You're nuts. You're crazy, though. You are savant. You're crazy. It's the the Grateful Dead, golf, and Chris Russo. Mm-hmm. That is a problem right there.
It is. You are 100. You are 1,000% correct.
Are you playing golf today?
So Taylor's down in South Florida, but he's from the Northeast, so he's new to the area. I think he's up in Port St. Lucie. Taylor, I don't think Taylor realized
that. Why Port St. Lucie? That's a godforsaken hellhole. Why Port St. Lucie, for crying out loud? Gee whiz. There's nobody under 90 living in Port St. Lucie.
Girlfriend's family.
Okay. You can't do it.
Oh, my God, you're killing me. But I don't think Taylor realized. So when I woke up this morning, it was 54 degrees out, dog, in South Florida. 54 degrees. Now, it's going to get, It's going to get into the very low 70s, probably 71 degrees. It's great golf weather. To answer your question, yes, I will attempt to go play golf, but it is a bit chillier than normal down here.
Oh, come on. It's 71 degrees. I would never take you to Scotland. You'd be freaking never play with 48-degree weather and rain. I mean, for a guy who's as good a golfer as you, you can't play in 71-degree weather?
It's tough.
Joke. That's a joke.
No, you're right.
Couple of gummies, put your phone, bet the Ole Miss game, and hit the ball.
Yeah, call Doggy at 5, right? Call Doggy at 5, right? And stretch out my pitch. You're right.
and what degenerate like yours truly would bet the over of Vanderbilt and VCU in that college basketball game? Here's the funny thing. It was 162.
Right.
I'm sitting there with Fat Rob pretending I care about the Lavells at Thanksgiving.
Yes.
The game is at 160. The game is at 159 in the last 30. A blowout. We're at 159 with 15 seconds to go. Vandy hits a 3, and they foul VCU with 6 seconds, and the kid makes the free throw. 87. The final was 87. I got the cover. It was 87-74. I got whatever it was. It was 163.
It doesn't matter. You got the cover. Yeah.
I had a cocktail, and I actually talked for 5 minutes to the Lavells because Vandy got the cover.
That was very nice of you.
And Fat Rob is on the phone texting me. He's excited too. That's the way I spend my Thanksgiving. That's a disgrace.
Who'd you speak to more yesterday, the Lavells or Fat Rob?
Oh, Fat Rob.
He wasn't even at the house.
He is texting. He took his daughter in from Rapid City to see his family, and he's at his brother's house, who's a chief in the fire department. He don't give a crap about him either. All he cares about is Vandy making a free throw at 2:30 in the afternoon. That is sick. I got to get a life. That's bad. That's bad.
Taylor, how much would you pay to watch sports? Top dollar? If I set the price at $39.99 annual pass, would you do it?
Thanksgiving afternoon, I'm looking at my phone, watch the Packer game, hoping VCU makes a free throw with 6 seconds to go to get a stupid over. I mean, my good, because I did a Vandy parlay. Vandy yesterday with the over and Vandy tomorrow against Tennessee in the money line. Yeah. So I figured Vandy squared, but who would be sitting there doing that?
You.
That tells you I got to read a book, Chris. I got to find something to do. That's bad.
Put it on the poll. Read a book, Chris? Yes or no?
Oh my God!
You're going to play tennis today, though, right?
I'm going to play a little tennis with Lupica's kid, who's very good, by the way.
Oh, really? So a singles match here?
We play a lot. So we play, and my knee's feeling a little better. I'll get home at 12:15, and away we go. You interrupted my nap, I might add, because I was going to grab one at 9 o'clock. But for you, my little buddy, here I am. But yeah, well, we'll have this is a great weekend.
Yes.
Even you have to watch Ohio State, Michigan, right?
Yeah. You're right. Saturday at noon. I got to watch it. Wait a second. What do you mean grab a nap at 9 a.m., dog?
Well, I'm up at 7. I figured I was taking a little nap beforehand, but I had to do you. So from that standpoint, I couldn't get a nap in.
Right.
I could nap at 12. I like to get a little. I'm 66 years old, for crying out loud. Doing stupid talk radio. I got to get a little nap in. You know that.
I understand that. Listen, when I am stretching out the picks at 5 o'clock, you can close your eyes and just sit back. I got it.
I'll tell you right now, I am throwing it to you at 5:02, and I'm not saying anything for 45 minutes. You better bring your material, golf course or not. You better show a little life, a little enthusiasm, and break down that VCU St. Mary's college basketball game today like you wouldn't believe. So it's on you. No golf. I don't care about your 3-wood on 15. I'm not interested.
I got it. 40 minutes.
I'm not interested.
Carry it. Can I take calls? I mean...
Yeah, take some calls. Exactly right. We'll take some calls on the Cowboys, how hot they are, and the Cowboys are playing well right now. So there you go.
We were just talking about that. So, well, first off, let's start here because you're right. The Cowboys are very hot. They have a 19% chance of making it to the playoffs, which is fairly amazing. Dog, what do you do? How do you imagine the Cowboys are going to attack the Pickens problem? It's not a problem now. It will become a problem in the offseason when they have to pay him big-time money because he becomes a free agent. Can you see the Cowboys spending a ton of money?
Oh,
he deserves it. He's earned it. But
Yeah.
they have a ton of money wrapped up in CeeDee Lamb. They have a ton of other needs, and I'm wondering what you think Dallas will do with Pickens.
Look, and Cincinnati gave those two receivers a fortune. And it hasn't helped them so much. So, I mean,
Exactly.
they chased all that money, and now they're obviously going to give Higgins the money.
Yes.
Lamb's making, and he is good. He's had a great year. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
he's been great.
fair.
Yes.
I mean, he's hard to root for sometimes, but, he's always, but he's had a great year, and he's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
And I would think that they would figure out a way to keep him, but I agree with you to spend or have the quarterback making $60 million and have each receiver making what, $30 million?
Yeah.
And that does kill your salary cap.
It does. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Shall see. But Dallas has momentum right now, and they got a cause, and that scares you because the terrible tragedy they had, so they got that going on too. So Dallas has got a lot of momentum, and they got an easy, relatively, last 4 games. They beat Minnesota at home. They should beat Washington Christmas Day.
Yeah.
They should beat the Giants the last game of the season. They should. And that leaves them the Chargers at home, too. And even if they lose to Detroit, that's 4-1. That might get them to 10-6-1. And 10-6-1, Johnny, could get them into the playoffs.
No doubt. Is this the best you've seen Dak Prescott play?
Yes, absolutely.
No doubt, right?
He's playing well.
Yeah.
He's playing really well right now.
Yes.
He got those first downs. How many penalties, though, yesterday on the Chiefs' defensive second?
Unbelievable.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. They had 5 of them, right? And then they had
Yes.
a defensive hold, too.
Yeah.
That's a lot of penalties. And, it's a weird thing in the AFC. I mean, you can make an argument that you won't see Allen, Lamar, or Mahomes in the playoffs.
Crazy, right?
And who would have thought that beginning of the year that maybe the 3 best and Burrow.
Yes.
So the 4 best quarterbacks, Burrow, of course, is hurt, but the
Yes.
4 best quarterbacks in the conference may not make the playoffs in the AFC, and
Yeah.
that very well could happen. Doesn't seem like the Chiefs are going to get in.
Yeah.
They're 6-6. They'd have to run the table and then get lucky because they
Yes.
got so many bad tiebreakers.
Yes. And then you have the 2 teams.
Jacksonville.
Yes, this is why the NFL is the best, Doggy, every single year, because you have Lions Commanders who played in the NFC Championship game. Commanders played the
second
Eagles last year, and the Commanders are not going to be in the playoffs. So, 3 of the 4 teams who played in conference championship games next year might not be in the playoffs.
That's an excellent point. Chiefs,
Yes.
Lions. Well, the Commanders do. The Lions played in the second round, but
Right.
you got the Lions, the Ravens,
Yes.
Chiefs, and the Commanders.
Yes.
So who did the Chiefs play in the championship?
The Chiefs played the Bills. Yeah.
Oh, the Bill in the
Yes.
championship game. That's right.
And the
So
Bills are not in right now. I mean, they're the last wild card seed, but they're flirting with not making the playoffs. It's why the NFL is the best. That's all.
Yeah, 100%. 6 in and 6 out every single year.
Yeah.
And listen, your guess is as good as mine who's going to come out of the AFC. I mean, Denver's got Knicks. You got to wonder about him.
Right.
They have their great defense, maybe home field, and May's never played in a playoff game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and Indianapolis right now, who knows with a broken fibula for Daniel
Right.
Jones.
Yes.
So you got some issues there in the AFC. But the games are fun. And, listen, the game today is a decent game at 3 o'clock with the Bears and the Eagles.
Very good game.
Bears and
Yeah.
the Packers next week with the game at 4:30. NBC was making too big a deal last night about Cincinnati making the playoffs. They're 4-8.
Right.
I mean, they did the same thing last year. They won
Yeah.
their last 3 or 4 games. They're too far behind right now to still get in.
Right.
But they played well last night. Burrow played well, and the Ravens stunk. I mean,
Yeah.
5 turnovers. I mean, they stunk in the game. So football is football. That's why it's fun, as you said.
I just picked the Bengals right before you came on to make it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC, plus 7,500 on FanDuel.
That's what
sprinkle.
it is. 7,500.
Yes.
Well, the problem with it is you felt that if they controlled their own destiny to get into the playoffs,
Right.
that would be a good bet.
Yes.
But they got too many things that have to happen just to get in. They got to run a table. 9-8 won't get in. They need a lot of teams to get picked off. It's probably asking too much. Probably asking too much.
Dog, would Lions fans trade Dan Campbell for Ben Johnson today?
What a great question.
That is a good one. They probably wouldn't because Campbell's done a good job for him. But, the Lions, too many 4th and 3s going for it, and then the running plays.
Yeah.
They ran it twice on 4th and 3, which was
Weird.
odd. They've lost. Is it possible that the Lions' window is kind of already closed? I mean,
It is.
2 years ago, they should have beaten San Francisco. Last year, they get home field, they get picked off. And this year, they may not even get in.
Yeah.
That is hard to believe with the
Right.
Lions. And the Lions got a hard schedule.
Yes.
At Chicago, Dallas, and at the Rams.
Yeah. And
I
St.
mean,
Brown
they
is
may
hurt.
not make
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, right now you would think they probably, well, if you think about it, Philly's going to make it. The three in the NFC West are going to make it. Green Bay and Chicago are going to make it. I mean, and of course, Tampa or Carolina. I still don't think Dallas is going to make it because, the three in the NFC West are going to get to 11 wins, right?
Right.
Philly's
Yes.
in, Tampa's in, and Green Bay and Chicago probably going to get to 11. So
Yeah.
I don't know if the Cowboys are going to get in. You figure, they'd have to go 11-5-1. They couldn't lose. It's tricky. But Dallas-Detroit next week is going to be a huge game on Thursday night.
Going to be a very big game. Taylor announced today he was the first one to do it. I'm certain a lot of people will follow suit today. He announced that the Chiefs are done. Do you agree?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
The Chiefs can run the table.
You think they can?
And that would put them at 11-6.
Yes.
That means Buffalo would have to do that. Jacksonville would have to do that. They would.
Buffalo beat them head to head, doggy. Some of the teams they're chasing beat them head to head.
That's why. But Buffalo is 7-4, so that means Buffalo would have to go 4-2.
Yeah.
Buffalo plays at Pittsburgh, plays the Eagles, plays Cincinnati, plays the Jets. Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
But that would put Buffalo in, New England in, one in the AFC South in. They 11-6 will probably get the Chiefs into the playoffs. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
A lot of tiebreakers,
Yes.
but they would beat San Diego at that point.
Yes.
That would help them.
Who they lost to
Probably get
first
them
game of the
both.
year, by the way. Who they lost to them first game of the year. Right.
I understand that.
Yes.
But I mean, 11-6. I mean, if you win 11, you should make it. We'd have to think about all the permutations.
Right.
With Jacksonville, the Chargers, the Bills, Houston. And if they go 11-6, they would beat Houston because they play them next week. I think that would probably get them in. But I understand. No guarantee they're going to get to 11 wins. They play Denver, the Chargers, and Houston, Tennessee, and the Raiders. So, I mean, are they going to win all those games? 3 of which are at home. They could. They could win all 3 or all 5.
If Kansas City's not dead, would you agree that nobody should be afraid of them at this point anymore?
Yes, I would agree with that. Yes, I would.
Wow. The mystique is worn off, huh?
The thing about the Chiefs is their 3 toughest games are at home. L.A.,
Yeah.
Denver, and Houston.
Right.
The 2 road games they're going to win, Tennessee and the Raiders.
Yes.
That gets them to 8. So then your question is, can they beat the Chargers, the Broncos on Christmas night, and Houston next Sunday night? Can they win their 3 home games? The
Right.
answer would be yes.
Of course
So
they
that
can.
would be 11.
Right.
11 could get them in.
Could get him in. It's certainly the fact that we're discussing this is absolutely
a good point.
amazing. You have Mahomes in the prime of his career. I mean, Brady would never miss the playoffs. They missed
that's
it once.
good.
He got hurt. Castle came in. They went 11-5. I mean,
And his second year, they didn't win it either, right? They were 9-7.
yes, after he won the Super Bowl, right?
So 2 times he hasn't made it.
Yes.
Be interesting to see what they do with that Miami-Pittsburgh on Monday night if they flex it, because they could flex Miami-Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh is going to be fighting for something. And I know Miami is going to beat the Saints, maybe beat the Jets. People are going to talk about Miami. Miami's not making it, but they're not mathematically eliminated. We'll see what they do with that. But yeah, Kansas City, I wouldn't rule them out quite yet. What is the percentage to make the playoffs, by the way? Do we have a percentage on them?
On who? On the Chiefs?
Yeah. Did it
The
come
Chiefs
today?
are 38%, I believe, to make the playoffs.
That's
38%. The
38.
Lions are in I believe 49%. The Bengals are at 2%. The Cowboys at 19%.
What's Buffalo?
Taylor will check it out for you right now.
And, the other one you'd have to look at, what would be Jacksonville?
Buffalo
Well,
Buffalo's 84%
Right.
right now. Jacksonville's 74%.
But no one trusts the Jags.
what's
That's the thing.
Houston?
You're right, doggy. No one trusts the Jags. Right.
Houston is 47%. If they win this week, it goes up to 66%.
And
Wow.
how about the Chargers?
The Chargers, 64%.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams,
Yes.
I mean, here's what I look at it. The automatics in the AFC would be Denver,
Yep.
New England.
Of course.
You want to say Indianapolis?
I
I
think
don't
so.
know.
A hard schedule, Taylor.
It is.
I mean, Indianapolis plays at Seattle, San Francisco, Houston twice, and the Jags twice. That's a hard schedule, and they got a quarterback with a broken leg.
Yep. They might be doing it with Anthony Richardson. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but they might be
that's
doing
a bad
it with
thing.
him.
That's a bad thing.
It can't possibly be a good thing.
I think at the end of the year, you know what you'd like to see at the end of the year? Week 18. How about Detroit and the Bears? Winners in, losers out.
Wow.
That's the last game of the year.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Bears have a very big opportunity. Today. They had 3 o'clock today. They beat the Eagles, the 2 seed in the NFC.
I like the Eagles in the game, though, don't you?
I did. Yes. Yeah. What does Fat Rob like?
The spread's high, though. What is it, 7?
7.
Yeah, 7 points.
That's a high spread.
No respect for Caleb.
Yeah, and the Bears have beaten nobody to beat. Look at the Bear wins. They beat Minnesota. They beat Washington, the Raiders. They have, the Giants.
Yep.
Pittsburgh.
Nobody.
They really haven't beaten anybody. The Saints, they haven't beaten anybody all year. You figure the Eagles will bounce back. I would take the Eagles in that game. I think I would.
Dog, I've been workshopping a take, and I haven't been able to get it off the ground yet. So I want to pitch it to you and see maybe if you say it on ESPN, if you say it on one of your platforms, it could get the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I want there to be a deal breaker in college football where if you lose to your number one rival, you're disqualified from the playoffs.
Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M, Texas.
Ohio
State.
Yes. He wants Ohio State eliminated, essentially, is what he's trying to tell you, Doug.
I don't think that's fair to Ohio State, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Because last year, Ohio State loses to Michigan.
And they won the whole thing.
They win the whole thing, but before they won the whole thing, their fans were ready to fire Ryan Day. They were done with their program, and then they come back and are able to save their season.
That's what the playoff has done. The playoff has taken a lot of juice out of the rivalry.
Yes.
Because I know the Ohio State-Michigan fan thinks the be-all, end-all is to beat each other. Well, last year proved who cares. Ohio State lost the game and won the whole thing. Would you rather beat Michigan would you rather last year be Michigan or Ohio State? Michigan won and Ohio State won the whole thing. Which one do you want to be?
Ohio State. Yeah.
I'd rather win the whole thing.
Yes.
So I understand your take on that. That will be interesting too, because in college football this week, you got to keep an eye on Oregon. They might need to beat Washington.
Right.
You got to keep an eye on Ole Miss today. One is Lane Kiffin.
Yep.
Mississippi State's going to be a pain in the ass at home.
Yes.
So that would be number 2. You got to keep an eye. Obviously, Alabama. You just mentioned them. They need to win the game today too. Texas Tech's going to have to win at West Virginia today or tomorrow. They should. Texas thinks they still got a chance. They beat Texas. You got 5 or 6 games this weekend in college football that are very, very, very important. And Michigan, if they win, there's no guarantee Michigan makes it if they win, but they put a lot of pressure on everybody else. Oklahoma's going to have to win the game tomorrow against LSU.
Yep.
So you got a lot of games in college football where those teams at the back end of the top 12, top 10 need to win. Oklahoma, Oregon, Alabama, Ole Miss. Those 4 games.
We'll get you out of here in just a second, Doggy. 3 to 6, Mad Dog Unleashed, Sirius XM. How do you feel? Canes fans are very upset.
Well, 3 to 5 today. You're doing 5 to 6.
You're the greatest. How do you feel? Canes fans are very upset. They have the same number of losses as Notre Dame. They won the head-to-head. I maintain we put a committee together to think differently than how we used to do it in the past, and the committee is telling you that we don't care that Notre Dame lost head-to-head to Miami. We think Notre Dame is playing better since that
And I think
game.
they are.
What do you agree with that? You agree
yeah,
with
I
that?
do. Yeah. They beat Notre Dame by a field goal.
Yes, at home.
In August, when Notre Dame's playing a rookie, playing his first game ever.
Right.
Let me see. You know what? Here's what Miami should worry. Instead of worrying about that right now, how about Miami going into Pitt tomorrow, beating Pitt?
Yeah. Badly.
That's not going to be an easy game.
Right. Yeah, difficult. And Notre Dame blew him out, by the way. Yeah, Notre Dame blew him out. Yeah.
Yeah, that they could lose that game easy. I don't trust Miami. They lost freaking at SMU for crying out loud.
Right.
And Pitt played really well last week, beating Georgia Tech.
Yes.
Don't you think Pitt's going to hear all this nonsense about Miami thinks they should be in? Let's pick off Miami. Plus, Pitt's last game, they lost to Notre Dame badly at home 2 weeks ago. That's a hard game. Let Miami beat Pitt, then you and I can have this conversation next Friday for 2 hours. You and I, you can do the conversation from 4 to 6 next Friday. So I understand Miami's point, head-to-head and everything else, but I understand Notre Dame's schedule's easy. I get that too.
Right.
But right now, if you're asking me who's a better team, Notre Dame's the better team.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right, that's fair. Doggy, we appreciate it. I look forward to speaking to you at 5 o'clock. You are, I got to tell you, after a holiday,
not speaking, hosting at 5.
Hosting. Okay, listen, I'll host a show every day with you if you want.
You can play you can play Uncle John's Cabin today. You can play
it's Uncle John's band.
whatever the dopey song is. You can play it all day today. I got the song wrong. You can play that all day today from 5 to. Matter of fact, maybe we'll start the little segment today with Uncle John's band. Maybe we'll start.
Okay, we'll start it with Uncle John's Cabin. It'd be funnier.
All right, go hit the golf ball. And Taylor, what time is dinner tonight? 4:30 with the Manhattan special. Little seafood in the Manhattan.
It's a Port St. Lucie special.
In your pajamas at 7:30. A little pinochle and good night. There you go. I'll see you later. See you later.
Pinochle. You are the greatest, Doggy. See ya.
You got it.